Well, hey, friends. So, we've been talking about some of the things that we associate with Christmas. And I want to thank Santa Claus for stopping by my place yesterday to share a video with you. It was so good. He mentioned a few things that seemed a bit odd, though, didn't he? Well, he's sort of an odd fella himself, that big guy. But one of those things that he said was about the elves who helped him. Elves. Now, what's that about? Who are these elves, these helpers? I've never seen an elf, have you? Well, before we talk about that, let's remind ourselves of who Santa Claus is. As Santa mentioned, he's been around a while, and his character is based on a real person who was named Saint Nicholas, who liked to give gifts to others, and he often did it in a very, very private way, leaving gifts at their house, sometimes on Christmas, but throughout the year as well. You know, in some of the written stories that we have now about Santa Claus, he is referred to as an elf. In 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, there's a line that says, Santa was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf. You know, in Western cultures, like American or British cultures, a Christmas elf is a smaller elf person that lives with Santa Claus at the North Pole and acts as his helper. Now, Christmas elves are often depicted as wearing green or red and have large pointy ears and pointy hats. Santa's elves are often said to make the toys in Santa's workshop, and they take care of his reindeer, among other tasks. I guess they're almost like Santa's large extended family. And according to tradition and mythology about elves itself, they live long lives. In fact, they never seem to age. Now today, there is a popular depiction of an elf that's called Elf on the Shelf. And you'll often find kids having him in their houses, especially at Christmas time, because an elf on the shelf is this magical doll which appears in the house every December the 1st as Santa's little helper who reports back to the North Pole about children's behavior. You know, in talking with Santa Claus yesterday, he was telling me about some of the places that he visits and how children today are coming to him and telling him their elf on the shelf's name. And so then they have a conversation about what the elf on the shelf sees. So it's not only Santa who's watching if you've been bad or good, the elf on the shelf is a big helper. So Santa may have these elves as his helpers. However, you and me, we are to be helpers as well, serving and caring for others. You know, it's always good to see people helping people at Christmas, giving food and clothing to people who don't have a lot of food or clothing, giving money to the Salvation Army, dropping money into the red kettles where somebody's ringing a bell, giving tips to a postal worker, the trash collector, the newspaper delivery person. Oh, there are so many ways people step up to help each other at Christmas, and it is good. But you know what? We are called to help each other all the time. Galatians 6:10, this verse in the Bible says, so when we can do good to everyone, let us do it. You know what? Maybe today it's a good day to help someone out. Just like one of Santa's elves, you can be a helper. You can be a deliverer of good things, whether it's a smile, a thank you, maybe giving somebody a gift, maybe helping somebody out who doesn't have a lot of food to eat or clothes to wear. Many, many things and many ways that we can do to help other people out. But you know, today, I hope that we live in the love of Jesus Christ, who said to give to others. And so as we follow his directives and as we live a life that is pleasing to God, we will also be serving others today. So be like an elf. Be a helper. Have a day filled with joy and above all else, a day filled with peace.